Hello, Joe here from Infiniti of Tacoma. Today I'm going to tell you about this lovely 2018 Q50 Red Sport 400 rear-wheel drive that we have for sale. A lot of times when we get Infinitis or Red Sports, they're all-wheel drive. This particular one we picked up from the California area as an off-lease vehicle. It's spent most of its life in California, and obviously rear-wheel drive is fine for most people down in California. Up here in the Pacific Northwest, it's kind of more of a mixed bag. Some people like all-wheel drive if they go in the snow and stuff like that. Some people are fine with rear-wheel drive because obviously if you live in the Puget Sound area, we don't get too much snow. If you're interested in the Q50, there are some differences between the rear-wheel drive and the all-wheel drive. The all-wheel drive might be better for you, or the rear-wheel drive might be better for you. Obviously, if you drive in the snow, you cross those winter passes, then you're probably going to want to get an all-wheel drive one. But if you just hang around here in the Puget Sound area, you'll do fine with rear-wheel drive. Rear-wheel drives are going to be a little bit lower price point, about $2,000 lower than a comparable all-wheel drive. They'll also be less weight because you don't have the weight of the all-wheel drive system. The all-wheel drive system weighs about 200 pounds. You'll get a little bit better fuel efficiency since you don't have the drag of the all-wheel drive system. So you'll probably get maybe 1, possibly 2 miles per gallon better than a comparable all-wheel drive. Then you don't have to worry about servicing an all-wheel drive differential, so that will save you some service costs. So yeah, a lot of great benefits with rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive. Oh, and another thing, the rear-wheel drive actually has about, it's maybe a little bit less, about an inch slower ride height than a comparable all-wheel drive one, so it has a little bit of a lower stance to it as well. This one's in beautiful shape inside and out, a really nice color combination in Hagani blue on black leather. The Red Sport has this nice quilting on the sides of the seats. You have extra bolstering to hold you in place during performance driving. Also the Red Sport drive mode selector, that only changes to steering effort, transmission shift points, traction and stability control settings. We have a navigation system, we have a rear parking camera, as well as a 360-degree overhead camera. In fact, Infiniti was one of the first ones to come out with a 360 overhead camera. And we also see that the Q50 has a dual display system. The top screen is for navigation and parking camera. The bottom screen is a tablet-like interface for vehicle settings and apps. You can also access the drive mode selector here, as well as other settings and menus. You can also access your climate control buttons, heated seats, heated steering wheel. There's also some redundancies here as well. 7-speed automatic transmission is the only transmission in the Red Sport. With the Red Sport, you also get the steering wheel paddle shifters. You have rev match downshifts in manual mode for a sportier sound and feel. Automatic dimming mirror, universal garage door opener, and 18 is a great year for the Q50 because it got its first significant facelift since it was introduced in 2014. The inside and outside was restyled, and pretty much the way the 18s look as current 21 models, you'd have a hard time telling the difference visually from the inside and outside. They look almost identical. Also, you get aluminum pedals with the Red Sport. Nice color combination. We got the Hagani blue exterior. Really cool color. Unfortunately, they don't have Hagani blue anymore. They dropped this color choice. As cool it is, one of my favorite colors, it didn't sell well enough to keep it in the production line, so maybe this older Hagani blue might be a better choice for you if you like it versus a newer one. With the Red Sport, you also get these upgraded sport wheels and tires, bigger brakes. Of course, you get a sport tuned suspension package as well. The Q50 is built on the advanced front midship platform, also shared with a lot of other sporty vehicles like the 370Z. The 350Z was built on this platform. Pretty much the sportiest Infinitis we've seen over the last 20 years have been built on this advanced front midship platform. It's a rear-wheel drive based platform, and they call it the advanced front midship platform is because they take the engine and they place it as far behind the front axle as possible. So the center of gravity is towards the middle of the vehicle. That helps it rotate on its axis a little bit better, improves the handling and feel through the corners. So they just push the engine as far back so it's as close to 50-50 weight distribution as possible. This is a performance automobile as well as a luxury automobile, so it really needs to deliver sporty performance, and I think it certainly does. Also, with the Sport and the Red Sport, you have a little bit more of aggressive looking front fascia. I like that two-tone lower part of the fascia right here. Really gives it a distinctive, more aggressive look than the regular Q50. And one of the best parts of the Red Sport is the twin turbo V6, direct injection, pumping out 400 horsepower. You have two small turbos versus one big one. The small turbos are able to react a little bit more quicker, making the engine more responsive. The turbos are able to spool up to speeds of 220,000 RPMs for amazing power and performance. Who better to buy a pre-owned Infiniti from? A new Infiniti retailer like us. Our techs work on these vehicles on a daily basis and are very familiar with them. Thanks so much for taking the time today to watch this video. Hopefully we see you soon, and have a wonderful day.